Hello everyone, it is me, BlackSonatta here, and welcome to my channel. I am yours truly, BlackSonatta, and today we have a little bit of an interesting video here. So, as you can see, I am in a video from a good friend of mine called Easperd, which is called Cubic Castles in 2024. For those who are unaware of my background and who are just watching me for the first time, first of all, thank you so much for giving me a chance and giving, my channel the visit. But basically, I used to go by another name here in YouTube called BlackSonatta.cc, and I used to do videos for this game called Cubic Castles. Cubic Castles is an MMORPG sandbox, so it's kind of like a mix between Minecraft and Animal Crossing, kind of crossing the two genres there. But it's a pretty good game. It has a pretty solid community, which I've basically been a part in for the past, 11 years now, almost? Which is kind of crazy to think about. But yeah, man, ever since 2020, I've been doing content for this game. But unfortunately, about 3 months ago, I released a video called Cosmic Cow Does Not Care About Cubic Castles. This video was basically my way of saying that I'm no longer being a part of the game, because as it turns out, the game has almost little to no care in regards to its developers, and the player retention for the game has been dropping drastically for the past couple of years. Basically, in short, the developers aren't doing enough in order to keep the players from playing the game more, and so people are just, quitting the game. And I no longer wanted to support a dev community who just wouldn't care as much about the game as they needed to. So I eventually created this video called The Final Sonata, which is basically like a goodbye. It's a pretty interesting video. I really recommend you guys check it out. There's no need to subscribe because I'm no longer uploading to the channel. But yeah, you should subscribe to this channel right here though. That would be nice. But that's basically my background, and the point is, this video is really important, not only because it's from a friend of mine, you guys should check out his channel, but also because, it's a game that I really love and that I haven't played for almost half a year now. And yeah, man, I really want to see how is the Cubic Castles experience of 2024. There's a lot for us to go over in this video, and as per pinned a comment here with all of the bookmarks. And what I really want to see is this part right here of the Cubic Castles creators leaving the game. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty interesting. I'm really excited to watch this. I watched the first 10 seconds just to see, but yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, that's pretty much it for what I have to say. Let's just hop into it.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to another Easperd video. It's
Yo!
Easperd once again. Post like once a year, my guy.
Bro, low-key, you gotta upload more. Your videos are great.
I'm back for another video. Cubic Castles in 2024.
Let's go!
Horrible year in Cubic
Hey,
Castles.
true. Matter of fact, let me check the Steam charts for this year have been interesting. They have mostly kept consistent all throughout until October, which is back around the time where I started to really not enjoy the game as much, and it was at this point where a lot of creators just ended up leaving the game. So yeah, this has been like a pretty low moment for the game, as you can see, like right here, yeah. They have consistently lost players over the months, except for June. What happened in June again? It was probably like a big event. I don't remember. Anyways, yeah, pretty interesting. It was a horrible year for sure.
Anyways, that's a funny way to start a video. Just say that. I don't know, bro. But anyways, 2024 was
Hey, you're right though.
pretty good year for Cubic Castles in general. Pretty I wouldn't say it was pretty. It was bad, but it was interesting as well.
I think the word here is it was pretty eventful. There were a lot of things that happened in contrast to other years that was just really unexpected, and let's see if he goes over them.
So, it's funny because I'm gonna just start off with a Christmas event, 2023. That's kind of like technically where it all started, because it kind of like the bad events started in 2023, and then
Okay, is that true? I would say it mostly is. The Christmas event for 2023 was pretty bad. For contest, I think that was the... Okay, I gotta check again. Let me see my videos. Maybe I have something for it. Oh yeah, so yeah, it's this video right here. So yeah, a year ago, 2023 Christmas mining event. Yeah. So there was this event for cubic castles back in Christmas where you had to go into the public mines, which are like the places where you go to get resources, and you basically had to get like mine a bunch of blocks, and there was a little small chance for you to get the event related block. And the rates for this event were like horrible, and it sparked a huge controversy just because of the fact that like players just don't want to spend like hours of their life just to try and get one block in order to participate for the event, right? So yeah, overall I think it is true that it was during this point where the event started to get really bad.
And like it kind of like spilled over to 2024. So it kind of makes sense to start off with a Christmas event. And
That's
we're not
fair.
even going to be like fully in detail with the events because I think like the Christmas one and the
Hey,
Valentine's Day one was like
that's why I'm
I
here.
didn't really play. Well, I did play them, and then well the Christmas one I tried to, and then like, I couldn't get the event item peppermint block, and then
Yeah, I didn't
also
get those blocks either. I mined for like 2 hours on stream, and then I just decided, yeah, the event is not worth it.
event. It was funny because I only like participated in it for like an hour until like I
Yep.
saw like a video of like everything you have to do for it, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna crash out if I even attempt to do it.
We all
So
crashed out during that
let's just
event,
start off
yeah.
with Christmas event 2023 Peppermint Hill. God damn. No, I don't like saying that, not gonna lie. Anyways, pretty much in a nutshell, Peppermint Hill was a pretty bad event in general. I think this is like one of the most horrific events in Cubic Castle's history.
It was pretty
Not gonna lie.
bad.
Where do I start off with? The main reason why it was pretty bad was because of the drop rate of
Yep.
event items. So like
Those
when you
were
get like
trash.
100,000 or something, I don't know. No, we're not. We're not going to do the math.
The thing is that they don't even show what the drop rates are, which it really sucks because I feel like it would be much better for the retention if they were just straight up honest about like the rates for everything. It happens with the packs as well, which you can buy in order to get the special wearables.
It was that bad. It was that, and then the lack of information about the event. It was just like thrown at us. It was like, hey, here's the event. Go figure it out. Bye bye.
Yeah, that was the other thing as well. So usually when there's an update and when there's an event, they usually release like a little message saying like what you need to do. And most of the times they were pretty like specific about what you need to do, right? They were pretty straightforward. They were straight to the point. You knew exactly what you had to do without even like having to look it up somewhere else, right? It was at this event where they just decided to throw that in the trash for whatever reason. So they put out like literally 3 lines that like basically threw all of the players in the dark, and they had no clue of what to do for the event. It really sucked, and it caused a lot of confusion. It was one of the reasons why I actually did this video as well. Just basically reviewing the event in general. It was bad. Like it really sucked.
It was like that for like a few days. It was like it was bad to use like, oh, of course the drop rate, and then like yeah, it was mainly about the drop rate, bro. It was horrible, and it was pretty bad. Like I think it was like the second day we found out that there was like more event blocks. Peppermint block. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, there were
Well, there's
variations
three
of the
other blocks. There's
blocks.
the peppermint block. There's a green peppermint block, and there was a yellow peppermint block, whatever. Yellow or golden, I don't know. And both of them have like different chances. I think the red one
There
was
it
like the most
is.
common one, but it had like a stupid drop
Man,
chance.
and the thing is that like the idea for the event was so good because you had this special round where everyone could place the blocks. And it was like it was this really cool like gathering the entire community in order to build like this big tree. And it felt so nice. It felt so heartwarming just seeing all of these people go into one objective. And it sucked because they were thrown under the worst drop rates in existence.
The golden one was the second rarest, if I can remember. And
So I think it was okay. So you had this block right here that was the most common, and then you had a green one which was the second rarest, and then you had a golden one which was the rarest.
that one had like a stupid drop chance as well, even more stupid. and then the green one was the most rarest out of them all, and that one was diabolical at a horrible drop chance.
Yup.
Which, not gonna lie, with little information about the event, I think like the most important thing they could have just said about like the event was like, oh yeah, all the different event blocks, they all have the same prize, so like don't, so you know like
Oh
just
yeah,
go.
the lack of communication that Cosmic Cow has for cubic castles these days is just pitiful. Like they literally can they cannot tell their community what's in their event. It's
So
horrible.
like go all your way and like buy them, to expecting to have like a different rare prize, whatever. Because during this time, people were just having conspiracy theories about it, about like, oh, these blocks are rare, they must have rare prizes. Um, no, they don't. They all have the same prize pool,
Yeah.
which kind of leads into the other event, the secondary event that kind of like bleeds into 2024, the giveaway event, or the
Wait, giveaway
developers
event.
were like, damn, we feel bad, we don't want our community
Wait, what are
to be hating on us because of this event. Let's just
what the hell is what the hell is this epic ass music? Great background track.
chill out by giving away supers to them. But instead of like being fair about it, they just gave all the supers into the moderators and be like, here's the supers
Oh,
that
right. No, that was actually fun. I don't know why people got mad for it. So basically, as like an apology, they decided to give a bunch of like super rare wearables to the moderators, and they ended up giving them away in form of like different events. I thought that was pretty cool, man. I really liked the idea.
you have to give away to the community. So figure out. It was literally like that. It was pretty bad. So yeah, it was pretty much that. Just like, oh, here's these supers. Go figure out on your own. Just figure out how to give them away, and it led into pretty bad events.
I don't
So
know. I don't know. I really liked the pick the chess that they did. I remember I played like I got drafted for like a PvP and I won. It was like a horrible prize, but I was just so happy. The event was pretty fun. Maybe it's because I'm more biased towards like community made events rather than like actual developer based ones like that are built into the game. But I don't know, man. I think the event was pretty good overall. I don't know why people don't like it.
the events was bad. It was like, what was it? It was like pick a chess, but you have to like answer questions, and you know how bad it was. It was like PC players versus mobile players, and it was really that fair. And it's like,
Okay, I gotta say, yeah, I think that part is true. There was like, but I wouldn't say that's like the game's fault or the moderator's fault in general. I think it's just because there is no. I don't think there was another better way to circumvent that idea. Like, yeah, I guess you could have done a different event, but then I don't know. I just think it's pretty difficult to circumvent something like that.
some reason why, like I don't know why, but they locked the realms so like people can't really participate in them, and there's like overload of players.
The locking of the main realm was pretty funny though. Just seeing people get pissed off because the realm was locked. I don't know why they did that though. That was pretty weird.
Yeah, dude, it was bad. It was that bad, and not a lot of people have like a chance to like compete or like try to compete with the PC players, and it was bad because like I guess I remember it, and then I crashed out because I guess like a guy Olad, but like, hey, pick my number, and they picked his number, and then like people start crashing out. Man, they're like, man, this is a trash event. So
I don't remember it much about
yeah, it
that.
was bad. December was horrible. December and early January was pretty bad, and it kind of leads into February, the Valentine event, which was even way more worse.
Oh,
I'm
dude,
not gonna
the
lie.
Valentine event. Okay, I gotta look at a Midnight channel. Yeah, that Valentine event sucked balls. Where is it? I think that was the one moment. Yeah, here it is. Cosmic Cup forgot how to do good events. I literally went into their forums and made this forum post just asking them what makes an event be good. Because I did at that point I really felt like I was just being crazy. Like I thought I was being unreasonable. Because that event had basically the same issues that the Christmas event had. Only thing is that they like basically dialed down the communication even more. Like they literally didn't do any due diligence to let their players know what the hell was going on. But yeah, the drop rates for that event also sucked balls. It was terrible.
Participated in the hour again, but like once I saw a video from Will about like how to do it, I crashed out, bro. I was like, damn. I was out like I don't remember having.
If you need to rely on another video, if you need to rely on a YouTube video on how to play your event, instead of just being able to understand the event inside the game, that's how you failed on your communication skills in order to communicate how the event was. Well, duh, but you get my point. If you need to go elsewhere to understand the event, that's how bad it. That's how you know it's bad.
Like having like a Valentine's Day event for Cupid Castles, I just only remember the packs, the Valentine Day packs, whatever. I think that was like the first Valentine event Cupid Castles have had, to my knowledge. But like, I was expecting more, but like, well, I mean, more was like more like adaptability to like let's go,
Man.
like because I was.
Oh yeah, yeah. They definitely need to work on their flexibility in regards to the drop rates more because they clearly do not know how to play with their drop rates.
Even December, it's like I don't want to spend like my whole entire like break on Cupid Castles just grinding for like a trash wearable, you know. So pretty much it was way more grinding. I think it's like way worse than the December event because the prize was like like it was like a heart head, and only like
The hard hat looks pretty cool though.
6 players have a heart's head. Out of like 300 players, or pretty much out of the whole entire community, pretty much. It was that bad. I don't
Yeah,
really
the thing is that they rely on the drop rates to make like the super rare wearables in the game, which really sucks because it creates this like it creates a pretty bad environment where only the people who are like ready to spend like hours and hours into this game can actually be able to thrive in the game in the whole. And it really sucks that it is that way instead of just being able to like make an event that is accessible for everyone, right? Where everyone can play, where everyone can get like their share of the event items and just prizes in general.
like into it, but like it was bad, and the way like the developers did it was pretty bad. It was funny because there was like a specific piece for like in order to like craft like the wearable that was kind of like bugged out where it has like a name of like another piece.
Wait, I don't remember that. Two different brownie pieces were named Brownie Piece 2, which was a funny mistake by the devs, but still. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know
So
that.
there's
That's
technically like two
that's new.
pieces, but like they're both different. I don't know. It was funny.
Yeah, they
So yeah.
renamed it wrong.
So pretty much after the Valentine's Day event, you got Easter. Easter was a good event. Not gonna lie. Well,
Nah, I hated that event. The Easter event, they did improve a little bit on the drop rates, but they still didn't know how to communicate. I think I even did I do a guide for that one? Okay, to be fair, I did say back then that the event was decent. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I did a guide for that event, but still, I think the event, like the main idea was pretty good, and they improved a little bit in regards to the drop rates, but you still had to wait a pretty decent time in order to actually partake in the event, and I don't know. It was an improvement, but it wasn't like now the event is really good.
okay, it's Easter. You know, it's nothing new. Nothing really
I
changes.
gotta say though, back then I did expect the Easter event to do well because usually, because for the for Cubic Castles they usually have an egg hunt, which like every year the egg hunts they do are pretty good, right? So I did expect Easter to just be good in general, just because they had the egg hunt, but yeah, I was still pleasantly surprised.
For like one minor change they did, which was pretty cool. In my opinion, it was okay. They changed out obtaining Easter eggs with what was it called? Instead of obtaining Easter eggs to craft into like Easter pals, instead they spawn Easter pals pretty much
Yeah.
inside mines, and you have to like go hunt them down and all that stuff. It was pretty cool. And there's like other cool things that happened as well during Easter. Sir Cubert came out. It was pretty chill. There was hints about upgraded graphics for the 10-year anniversary for Cubic Castles, which was
Wait.
in August. But yeah, nothing really
Mm.
happened.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
true.
like it's
I
true.
remember this. So, I remember there were some leaks in regards to like a new UI that the game was going to receive, and I got pretty excited at first because it was the first time where I actually thought like, okay, maybe they're actually planning on making the game better now, and they just never followed up with it.
Okay. So soon after Easter, you got the hack giveaway part one. That was pretty funny.
Oh, dude, this was a funny moment. So there was a leak. Okay, it wasn't a leak. It was more of like an exploit. A couple of hackers managed to find an exploit in order to just duplicate the super rare items, and they just ended up doing a giveaway for it, which was
I think that was
insane.
like the first time like the developers were like actually like tweaking about it because they're like, oh damn, we, we may be cooked, bro.
Yup,
But yeah,
they were
it was pretty much about
shaking.
the whole Star giveaway was about giving away qubits and all that stuff, like duplicating qubits from duplicated.
3.3 thousand gold piggies, and those are worth. They give you 50,000 cubits, which is the equivalent of. I think it was like $10. You can do the math. It was a lot. And then these pets, these are ramp pets. I think they're worth like 3 million now of this currency. It was a lot. Yeah, it was like it was thousands of dollars worth of items, probably even more.
Did golden pigs, brother, and that was like a lot of money. It was like
167 million cubits you need in order to buy all of these. Yup, it was a lot.
$1 million worth of qubits. It was crazy. But they gave away gold piggies, duplicated gold piggies, duplicated ram pets. Those were like the most expensive pets.
And you know who was there to comment on it? Yup. Today is an interesting day for cubic castles. I was there. I was one of the. I think I was one of the only people who actually commented on it.
uh, During the time, and then pumpkin pets, feral pets, and they duplicated other items as well, like black turkey
What the
balls, and all that
hell?
stuff. But yeah, that was like the first
Okay,
time
the
that
quality is
the
just
developer was
bad.
actually locked in like a while, and like they actually shut down the game. It was funny.
I mean, if they didn't lock in that moment, that would have been insane. That would have been the most careless move of them. It would have been crazy.
Like I saw it, like I remember in the morning, like I saw it. I was like, well, why did they shut down the game?
Yeah, there was an
It's
outage.
not like they didn't
Yep.
want to like spread the word about it until like the very end. They're like, oh damn, we can't hide it anymore. Yeah, oh duplicates. It was crazy, bro. Everyone was, how do I say it? Not pleased, not very pleased, because everyone knows about like, yeah, the security for cubic castles isn't that ideal, especially for
Yup.
people who like pretty much paid for like content in the game, like cubits and all that.
So the security they have for cubic castles is like, so back then it was pretty shit. Like you could easily hack into their game, no problem. And then they started to implement some security measures that started affecting players who weren't even doing anything. So like I remember this to this day. I think it still happens, but there's like a VPN security measure in order to avoid people from bypassing bans. But sometimes like if you change your IP, like so if you reset your internet, it would make it so like the game identifies you're in another IP, so it just wouldn't let you play the game just because you reset your Wi-Fi. It was horrible, and then you had people like having to reach out to support in order to get back into the game. I think it causes a lot of issues to people to this day, and they haven't fixed it since. It is insane how little care they have in order to actually improve.
All stuff. Yeah, that week they were not happy. They were actually pretty much fearful of paying for qubits. And yeah, it sucked. It sucked a lot. I remember there was like a building competition, and they're like, "Damn, we have to like rebuild all over again because there's like a rollback." Which
Yo, that's my
yeah, pretty much
competition.
overall, I
This is
think
my realm.
it really sucked for like people who were selling and buying and all that stuff. So that happened, right? Well, a part of the hacks, a lot of people got banned for like just participating in the event, like just like collecting the items. It was funny because there was like some players that didn't even know it was like a hack giveaway. It was crazy. And it was after that, you got the fan pack that came after. Pretty much the fan pack is just like a normal pack, just celebrating 10 years of CC.
The fan pack that they did, it was pretty good, but it got released in a moment where people they were starting to get fed up with the game. So I don't think it did that well. And it sucks because it was a really good pack. Like it had a lot of cool wearables. Mainly because it was community requested, right? You had a Twitter post asking people what they would like to see. And I don't know, man, the result from it was pretty nice. And it was nice that they made like a part two for it. But yeah, not the best release date for sure.
That's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, after that, well, after the fan pack, you got Ram Summer, and there's really nothing really about Ram Summer, in my opinion. Well, you got Ram Summer, and then the annual Cubic Castles dry spell, and
I don't remember the
that's pretty
Ram
much
Summer
it.
as
Well,
well.
another thing that happened during Ram Summer was they shut down the Cubic Castles forums. Yeah, that was pretty big in the community.
Yeah,
And
forums is gone now.
they were talking about shutting down the wiki as well because the wiki's pretty inactive, and that was pretty it. And then after all that stuff went down, drama started, and I guess it was so big, in fact, that it was kind of like something that almost like a fuck. It was like an event, bro. On God, it was so big and just like unnecessary.
It's insane how you have to say the drama that happened during this time was considered an event. It's like there's no events in this game, so we're making drama an event. Oh man, I can't.
Necessary, like it's not really that important, but like people like keep dragging it. Like it started like in August, and from August it's been going on since like 5 months already. It's like January, and they're still yapping about it. So just to break it down with you, it was pretty much rage bait.
Oh,
I
what the
mean, I'll let
hell?
you
Oh, holy, okay, you got really close to the mic right there. That scared me.
guys. It was rage bait. There was some rich player that was like, you know what? Let me make a YouTube video about telling
Yup.
all poor players to go attack the rich players that I didn't like.
Yup, so there was this movement that a player has started in order to bring the old cubic castles back, and they relied on attacking everyone that was rich in the game just because they were rich. And apparently that was a problem. I got attacked from it because I was the owner of a community. Do I have a video on this? Let me retrack. I think it was this video, Cubic Castles is crumbling again. I briefly mentioned this thing, but yeah, I got attacked for no reason just because I owned the community. It was crazy.
That was that in a nutshell, bro. Like everyone keeps yapping about it, but it's like that was it. I'm being real with you. It was super unnecessary. And
I'm glad
low
it
key,
died
bro,
out
like right now,
like
there's like
pretty
how many
early.
videos? Like 18 goddamn videos about that person that like started like the whole entire drama. By the way, it's like leaves, but like yeah. Anyways,
Yeah,
yeah, that
eat the rich. Like, oh my god, it sounds so cringe too.
that was pretty much it about that thing. And then well, another thing that actually goes in it that made like the drama all like a big huge deal was a hacking giveaway event part two. So not gonna lie, it was kind of like a well, it was different from like the first hacking giveaway because like it was
Was it different? I mean, the same hackers did the same thing again, but I don't remember it being any different. I
didn't
don't
really
know.
shut down that quick. It was like 3 days. It took like 3 days for them to like shut down like the server and like do a rollback, which was weird. But like you gotta like notice that like the first giveaway was about like qubits, so they're like they were losing money. The second one was like about like items and all that stuff. No qubits involved, which was like
This is my realm. Yeah, like these items were worth a lot, and I just ended up getting a bunch of them out of nowhere. It was crazy.
well, I was suspecting them to like do it pretty fast because of like there was dragons evolve like within the dupe, but like you had to pay to like get those dragons, but like they didn't really like care about it as much. So like it was in the game for like the dupes were in the game for like 3 days. So like everyone was
Yeah,
like,
they were for a
fine.
while.
It was pretty chill. That was really it, bro.
Dude, I gotta say though, those hackings were funny to see. Like just seeing the entire community flip out of nowhere was crazy. It was it was one of those moments where you had to be there in order to experience it.
Through the second giveaway thing, the fan pack part two came out for like the actual 10-year anniversary. Nothing really big. It was just like a simple pack. That was it. But then you got Halloween that came, which was disappointing. Well, Halloween is
I don't know. I really liked the Halloween event. Like they brought back the ghost hunt and they had like the special emotes. I think that was. Oh no, wait, never mind. That was not the event. Oh, that was the last year event. No, this one was pretty bad. Never mind. This was the werewolf and vampire thing, right? Yeah, no, that one sucked. Never mind.
there's always that event
Take it
that
back.
you always like lean towards because like that event never fails. But like this year, it failed. It failed,
It
and
very
then
much
they
failed,
told like
and I was pretty disappointed to see it because usually the Halloween events they always cook. I think yeah, like really every single Halloween event they did before the 2024 one was good. And then they failed with the 2024 and then I really lost hope for all of the events they did moving forward. It was bad.
a lot of people. It failed the community pretty much, and like that led to like important creators of like the game. Well, when I mean creators, I meant like content creators. It like content creators to quit the game because of it. I was like, yeah, damn.
Yes,
Cause like
sir.
there was like two people that left. It was like BlackSonatta because like
There we
he was tired of
go.
like all like how like they implement the events and all that stuff. His mental and physical drainage while playing on Cubic Castles.
Okay, now it was not because I didn't quit because I was drained mentally or physically. It was because it was at this time where I was starting to work. So I got a job. So naturally I had to step out a little bit in order to, get that resolved. And to be honest, I still play it like every once in a while. I'm actually gonna do an event in the game at January 30th in order to celebrate my community's birthday, which is gonna be pretty fun. But yeah, no, I quit because not only I really hated how the game was at that point, and because of the developers that were running it, but also because I just had personal shit going on, right? I had a job, and then I'm gonna start college soon, which is pretty fun.
Of the Cubic Castles by the developers, which he left because he doesn't want to support the developers and the game. Because what's the point of like what do you say like what's the point of like showing content of a game that doesn't care about their own
Yup.
players and community? You got that, and then you got AntCT that quit because of the average dry spell, and like there was really nothing to do in the game, and it's like normal. There's like really nothing to do except to like pay.
There we go. There is nothing to do in cubic castles. I'm so happy that people are starting to get it because people called me crazy the moment I said that.
Do stuff like games and all that stuff. You got that happened and all that stuff, but that kind of like tells where Cube Castles is like right now. Like it's down, and it's still going down, bro. But the reason why like I feel like Halloween failed was because of like the event. So pretty much like the event was like a hunting event. It was like the event was like vampires and werewolves, and like the way like
Yep.
it was like implemented, it was like I think it was because like the hacks because like there was hackers still hacking like cubic castles, and like they found a way to like teleport like the mobs that spawn in like the werewolves and
Oh, I didn't hear of
vampires
that.
like within the realm. They found a way to like teleport them and like towards them by using that tractor glitch, whatever. And
I
instead
never
of,
heard of that.
the
Damn.
devs like doing something about it, they just left it, and like they changed it. Like they changed like the tractor exploit after the event was over, like that, which broke tractors. Well, it somewhat fixes the problem, but like it creates another one. Like the tractor's broken, like you can't even use it anymore. And as well as it shows a lot of like it shows a lot from the devs. They don't really care about like events and all that stuff. Like, oh, we can fix it later. Like
Okay, it's not that they don't care about the events, it's that they don't care about fixing the errors within their events. Now, it did happen like maybe once or twice, but like you said, it always creates another problem. And it just ultimately leads to nothing because the core aspect is still the same. And yeah, it's bad.
they they, they don't care, bro. Like they really don't care. It's like putting like band-aid on a wound, like a deep wound. Like yeah, like it's not gonna fix a problem. Like you're still gonna bleed. Like they're not doing anything about it, so you're pretty much gonna like bleed out pretty much.
That's a pretty good
So
analogy.
it was mainly about that because like it was just like hackers that were just like using exploits to like get like the rare prizes and all that stuff. It was like Monopoly pretty much. So yeah, it was that, and then like the way like the mobs were spawning in the realm, they were like way faster than like the player. Plus they spawn like
Dude,
at the
it sucked because you had like so the werewolf or the vampire would spawn in the mine and then you had to like chase it, but the thing was faster than you were. So it was basically impossible unless you got lucky. Dude, the fact that you can't even think about that is so fucking dumb. You are fucking idiotic for thinking that would be good.
very edge of the map, so like they'll most likely despawn before you get them, which was pretty dumb in my opinion. But yeah, it was that, and then like the prizes that comes from like collecting those mobs slash like hunting them down, because they'll most likely drop like the event item, which is just like fur or like vampire things, and depending on like which team wins, those like items could be traded for like a trophy, like either or, like whichever wins, like it's the same trophy no matter what. Plus the other team that loses, their exclusive item doesn't do anything, so it's very much useless. But another thing that comes with it was the mobs could spawn a mob head or whatever, or they could drop like a verbal like head. And the point was like there was like no point of hunting it because like of the hackers like teleporting and all that stuff, so it's like what's the point of like catching it, you know? So yeah,
Yep.
kind of like disappointing like the whole entire community right there. From there, you got the Thanksgiving event. Well, I would say like similar to like the Halloween event. It's like hunting, a remix of like an event from the past. It was like hunting like turkeys and pumpkins, but instead of like, well, it was like a remix. So it was like the same thing.
Okay, from this point on, I haven't played anything. This was the point where I quit the game. I haven't played at that point for a couple of months until like I kind of like showed up for like 5 minutes. But yeah, I have no clue of how the events went going forward here. What is he talking about from this point on? So he's talking about the Thanksgiving event, the Christmas event, New Year's Eve. I think I can go over these points just because they're mostly like in regards to stuff that I haven't experienced. So I don't think I'm gonna I don't think I'm gonna be able to provide much for the video. But I want to see his
This was my
opinions.
opinion, because I feel like the events were, well, I won't say that they were bad, but like yeah, they were bad, but like I felt like they, how do you say it? Like they did it wrong. Like the events were executed poorly. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were executed poorly. There was that, and then like the carelessness of like devs and all that stuff that kind of like played a role into it. I feel like that.
I think overall, in regards to their events, like all of the ideas were pretty good. They just really lacked on the execution and like the setup. Because if they actually went a little bit deeper and gave a little bit of care on how they set up their events and actually communicated well how they work, we would have a pretty different story here. And yeah, it just further showed how bad their commitment to the game is.
Kind of made like this year pretty bad in my opinion. Well, there's that, and then the lack of activity of like new players and all that stuff. You can see like, well, you can tell like the decline from like 2020, like during the pandemic, and like now, the game's pretty like, I won't say nearly dead. It's still thriving a little bit, but yeah, I feel like the game could still improve. But like, it got like several blows,
Oh,
especially from like
100%.
bigger creators like leaving like the game and not supporting like developers and all that stuff. But like, yeah, that was really it for like 2024, really. And yeah, that was it. So
Damn. Yeah. There we go, man. A pretty good video from Easperd. Low key, dude, you gotta learn how to edit. Because I feel like the one thing that could be improved from your video if you were just like to just cut the moments where you're silent. You're silent. Oh my god, I can't say anything. I'm sorry about that. But dude, just from cutting the parts where you're silent would really improve the video. But it's pretty good video. As I said, go check out my boy Easperd. Pretty good video. I'm gonna leave it in the first link in the description. Now, do I think the game is gonna get any better in 2025? I'm gonna be honest. They might be dead. This year they might be cooked. But we just gotta wait and see how this is gonna go, man. And I hope to be there to witness it because I think it's gonna be pretty fun. As much as I don't like the game anymore, I think it is still fun to hop in the game every now and then to see how it's doing. Maybe do an event there because I think the community for the game is still pretty good. I think it's one of my favorite parts in the game overall. But yeah, man, we're just gonna have to wait and see how it's gonna pan out. Really good video from Easperd. I appreciate you guys for watching this video as well. If you liked it, as usual, you can subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment on what you think about this. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Click the notification bell so you don't miss the videos that I do. And as always, have a wonderful day. Bye bye.